We are looking to ensure that those who are members of underrepresented groups, people of color, Indigenous, Black, persons with disabilities, and or members of the LGBTQ2S community are front and center in all that we do.
So the report shows that at the very top, women represent roughly 1/3 of corporate director roles at 34%, and slightly less than 1/3 of executive officer roles at 29%.
Almost 76% of organizations have at least one woman of color in the pipeline to senior management, which means 24% do not. Indigenous women, women with disabilities, and LGBTQ2S women, they each hold less than 1% of senior leadership and pipeline positions, respectively.
In all our hiring processes now said, for every position that we hire for, we have to identify female candidates and make sure that they're included in the process. So making sure that we go that extra mile to find all the good candidates that we can.
There's great representation of women in particular areas, and then underrepresentation in other areas. And we created specific measurable goals into our business model so that we could address the pocket areas where we didn't have enough female representation.
Saying, here's the data, it's trustworthy, here's why it's important. We're sharing it with you so you can see it too. And then here's what we're going to do, how we're going to use it, and the really concrete steps we're going to take to make change.
It's not just development, it's mentoring and sponsorship across the organization, equipping leaders to recognize high potential women and providing those opportunities.
The working from home, the automation, the capacity, the digitalization of our economy is all an opportunity to increase representation and to break barriers that were existing on the labor market.
I've had conversations with colleagues with very visible disabilities and wheelchairs, and they have said to me, working from home, this is the first time I'm being seen for the value that I add and not the disability first. And so recognizing that we need to challenge ourselves to say, great, how do we create those opportunities and eliminate these barriers and structures that we may have inadvertently put in place?
Self-identification also does something else, which I think is very foundational to inclusion. It acknowledges diversity, and it declares that we want to do something about it. And I think that that is probably, a building block for everything else, and is going to help establishing the trust that is needed in these types of initiatives.